Hello, everyone. We are live both on YouTube and on Instagram. Today, we will talk about the mission of exploration when we choose our life missions, and we are going to look at it in the light of the Submersible Titan tragedy. And so, first, for those of you who don't know what life missions are, personally, I work with Ainsley McLeod's 10 soul mission life missions. But sometimes my spirit guides are going to say different names, but there are 10 life missions, and we choose a few of these when we make our life plan just before incarnating. So we have the mission of exploration, of course. We're going to explore this one today. There's a mission of exploration, there is the mission of love, mission of change, mission of connection, avoidance, control, flow, healing, mission of reliance, and I am missing one. Which one did I not say? There's a mission of examination. This is the one that I missed. So hello everyone who just joined on Instagram. We're going to talk about the mission of exploration in light of everything that happened in the Titan tragedy. So the submersible Titan that imploded into the sea, and why would people choose a mission of incarnation? But more specifically, these people chose a mission of incarnation without a desire for safety or without a mission of control, because we don't just have one life mission, we have many of them. And so, what happens often is that these people, in their past life or past lives, they had a life where they didn't accomplish much because they didn't take risk. Maybe they never traveled. They stayed in their little security. They were too afraid to go out in the world. Some of these people also might be people who have been incarcerated and they never had freedom to discover the world. And what happened is that in our next lives, when we make our soul plans, we decide to recalibrate on certain aspects. And what the spirit guides were showing me is that we can decide to over calibrate or go to an extreme. And they were showing this as being like a pendulum. And we decide to go to the extreme. And then, in light of what happens in that current incarnation, for future incarnations, we are trying to find the middle ground, to find some stability there. And so what might have happened for the people who were aboard the submersible Titan is that their soul wanted to over calibrate, and that is how they had a mission of exploration without a desire for safety and or a mission of control, which makes it so that they want to take risks. They want to discover the world and have that thrill. Many of these people will also like extreme sports. They like everything that is extreme. They want to live the life to the fullest. They have a huge FOMO there. And so it's just a way of the soul to recalibrate. Now, if we look specifically at the people who were in the submersible Titan, we have explorer Paul-Henri Narjolet, who died at 77 years old. Here, what can very much happen is that when he died, the soul wasn't disappointed because he died at 77 and he had the time to honor his mission of exploration. And he also had, by the way, a mission of immortality. So for him, it was important that his name would stay, what his work would be recognized. If you go on YouTube and you type his name or just go on the web, you'll see that he's in documentaries and all of that. And so, what probably happened when he died a few years ago is that his soul was probably satisfied, and maybe even satisfied of how the death happened, because it happened honoring the mission of exploration. So that is a form of positive outcome that can happen even though it's a tragedy. It's a positive outcome on a soul level, of course. When you look at the man who was aboard the submersive Titan with his 19-year-old son, now what might have happened there is that karma might have been created because the father was responsible for the son. We make agreements, we choose our parents, we choose our situation of birth when we make our life plan. So by choosing the situation of birth, we are choosing our parents and we're having agreements with them. So if there was agreement for the father to protect his son and help him, accomplish his life missions. Now, I'm sorry. Okay, just block someone who wanted to marry me on Instagram. Okay, so now what happens there is that karma is created when you, by your actions, you make it so that you are blocking someone from accomplishing their life missions. So you're derailing them from their life plan. And so it's very possible that the father incurred karma here, and the father and his son will most probably reincarnate at some point, not necessarily immediately, but they are going to reincarnate together just to balance that karma. And that father will probably at that time have a mission of control or desire for security, and might even be a helicopter parent. In that case, just to make sure that his son is protected. Or it might not be a father-son situation. It might be another adult figure, or it might be a friendship, it might be a spouse. You never know what might be decided in the life plans. So now, looking at this, is it a good thing to have a mission of exploration without a desire for safety and without a mission of control? You can never judge. You can never tell, because we don't know the person's life plan. So we cannot know for sure if it was good or bad. We don't know the life plan. We don't know how much they accomplished their life missions before their death. So there's no way to judge. But when we make our life plans, we make them with our main teacher guide. So I would say that if someone chooses that, it's probably a good thing. It's probably what their soul needs. Now, it might not be the best in terms of security, of course, but sometimes the soul needs to recalibrate and over calibrate, going to an extreme just to balance things out, balance experiences throughout the reincarnation cycle. So there you go, everyone. Just wanted to have fun and touch on some actual news that are linked. And how, in fact, we can look at people, very known people or things happening on the news, and we can go, oh yeah, I know this person has these soul types, or this person has these life missions. And if you are curious about people who are celebrities and you would like me to talk about soul types or life missions about these people, just let me know in the comments. And thank you, everyone who was here during the live. Don't worry if you're just joining, there's going to be a replay. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.